Hello everyone, welcome to the Teamboard for Monday.com demo. I'm Teresa and I'm a product marketer of Teamboard. So today I will walk you through how to use the Teamboard and how Teamboard enhance your project management and the resource planning in the Monday.com. So as you know, Teamboard is an app on the Monday.com marketplace. With the Teamboard, you can manage the resource, manage the projects with the working capacity, hour, and the holiday calendar scheme. You can manage the work clock or have a comprehensive view for your projects in the calendar view and use the time tracking with the timesheet approval workflow. So right now, let's take a close look at these features. So this is the schedule board of the Teamboard where you can manage all the resource with the task planning on the template view like this. On the left, you can see we have the list of the assignees. And if you want to switch to the teams to manage the task on the teams, it's very easy to switch. And we can also support the filter where you can filter the members on the teams in case that you have multiple assignees and multiple teams on your company. So you can use this one to optimize the team board. And in the right, we have the task will be displayed on the template like this. So in the Teamboard, there are 3 ways to planning the task. The first that you can sync the task on the main table of the Monday.com to the Teamboard by using the mapping field. At the first time when you go to the Teamboard, you need to go to the board setting here and then mapping the fields and choose the column on the main table that you want to sync to the Teamboard for Monday. You can choose the main items and sub-item to display on the board. Then if you choose both the main and sub-item, you need to set in the mapping field for those items. First, when you click here, it will display with all the column and the information of the data that you need to select to sync with the Monday.com. For the template, it is the template column of the Monday. The assignees is the person working for the task, and the scheduled hour is the hour that you plan for the task, and the status color as well. And it's the same for the sub items. After you setting all these mapping fields, and then you put all the information on the main table of the Monday.com, then all the tasks will automatically display here with the information of the task name, the status, and the scheduled hour as well. And the next way that you can plan for the task that you can use in the items box here. When you click to the item box, all of the items on your main table, but you haven't put the information for the column yet, and all these items will display here like the backlog. Then you can easily planning for the task by the drag and the drop it to the team board like this. All right, very easy, right? So the last one that you can planning for the task that you can click direct on the whiteboard. After you click on the whiteboard, it will display with a pop-up where you can input the information for the task. Input the name, input the graph, input the assignees, and then the scheduled hour as well. And then click to create item. After you create the item on the Teamboard, the item will also automatically create on the main table. So it will help you easy to manage the task on both of the board. After you planning the task, you will see the task name with the scheduled hour. If you want to change the scheduled hour, you can adjust this card by resize the card like this. Or you can click to the items and then edit the information of the scheduled hour. In the Teamboard, we also support with the color scheme based on the group of the task and the status as well. You can go to the board setting to setting the color scheme for the task in the item setting. All right, and now after you planning for the planning the task for the resource in the template, you want to manage the workload of the users, all of the members on your teams. So just one click to the workload, all of the information of the the work log of the members will display here. The work log calculates based on the scheduled hour and the capacity hour. So what is the working capacity hour? In the Teamboard, each member will have their own working capacity hour that you can click here to see the work capacity for each member. And you can setting the work capacity for each member on the setting that I will show you later. The work capacity hour is the maximum hour that user can work on a day. Each member, they will have multiple work capacity. Example, in this case, Thomas have 8 hours that he can work from Monday to Friday. Okay, and the scheduled hour is the hour that you're planning for the task. And in the Teamboard, work clock will calculate based on the scheduled hour and the working capacity hour. If the user, you're planning the task for the user less than the work capacity, the work clock will display with the yellow color like this. And if you're planning the task for the user more than the working capacity hour that he can work on the day, the work log will display with the red color like this. It means that this member is overlocked and you need to redistribute the task for this user to make sure that he is full of work log. So I will adjust the scheduled hour for this member, and you can see now this member is full of work log. And in the Teamboard, for have you more effectively in manage the resource, we also support the holiday scheme. For holiday scheme, you can create this holiday scheme for and assign it for each member by go to the setting and go to app setting and set it in here. You can set in the work capacity scheme and the holiday calendar scheme as well. And after you set in the holiday scheme, it will display with the dot like this on the board. And if the user have the holiday on this day, date table, the timeline will display with the cross like this. You will see we have the cross on the column of the users. And when you're planning the task for the user on the holiday, it will pop up with the notification like planning on days off, and are you sure to still schedule the task for this user? All right, it's very helpful, right? And this is the user that can help you to easy to manage the task and manage the workload of the user in case that you want to plan in the same task for the user in another day, but with the different scheduled hour. I suggest you to use the duplicate feature. When you duplicate the feature, the task will automatically create on the main table, and it will automatically duplicate another task, and you can drag and drop it to another day. Then adjust the scheduled hour for the task as well. Alright. And if you want to see the overview of the scheduled hour compared with the capacity hour in the time frame, you can click to the day that you want to see and then select the time frame. Then it will display the total of the scheduled hour compared with the capacity hour for this member, and it will show you how many hours that this member is over time. And here we display the progress of the task for these users. Next, we have the today feature. When you click here, it will scroll to the today. And we support another view on the Teamboard like days or week or month. Then if you are the project manager, you will have more overview of the task for the resource. Or if you are the project manager and you want to see the overview of all of the tasks on the project, and also want to see the overview of all of the holidays, so I suggest you to use the calendar view. In the calendar view of the Teamboard, we support the year view. This is the enhanced compared to the Monday.com. In the year view, you can see we have all the holiday on the day, and then when you hovering on the task, it will display the task name on the year view. It will have you easy to manage the task and the holiday, and you can also see the next year or the previous year to have you planning for the project more effectively. Get back to the Teamboard. So next, Teamboard have the time tracking features. So why you need to use the time tracking features? Like when you're working on the task, the actual time that you spending for the task is not always the same with the scheduling hour. So that's why we implement the time tracking feature to have you easily compare the scheduling hour with the actual time spent for the task and the capacity hour as well. So how to track the time on the Teamboard? When the user working on the task, they can log their work by click right on the task and log the work here. Then they will see the time spent for the task. Example, I will add 1 hour for this task, and then I will log the work. Because this task is already submitted for the approval, so I cannot submit on this day, so I will switch to another week in this day, and then I log one more time. It's log work successfully. Another way that you can log work directly on the main table using the item views. In the item views, you can click here to add more view and then choosing the Teamboard. And you will see the time tracking feature of the Teamboard in that view. Then click to install to add the view on the item views. So just wait a little bit, or the log work for this task will display here. Here we are. We have this is all the tasks that I already logged for this task. So when I working on the main table, I can also log work directly here by click to log work and add the time spent for the task. And after I log the work for the task, I can view the overview of the time spent in the time tracking of the Teamboard. Please note that all of the data of the time tracking is managed by the Teamboard, not the Monday.com. So just wait a little bit. Now we will go to the time tracking features. Here we are. This is the timesheet that I already submit for approval. And let's go to another week. This one, I can log work direct on this timesheet by click to plus button here, choosing the board that I want to log the work, choosing the items, and then add the time spent for the task, then click log work. In the left side, I can see the overview of all the time spent for the task. And if I have multiple logged hours for this task, I can click here to see the list of the work log. And here I can add more the task, edit or delete this one. Or I can switch here to see the detail all of the hour that I logged for myself. In my log work, each user, they can only log for their work. And if you are the team leader or administrator, you can click to teams and choose the team that you want to see the log work. Then you will see all of the work log of your team members in this one. It's very helpful for you to track the time spent of your team members. Then, so what is the timesheet approval workflow? Example, when I log it for the task, after I log it all the hour for this week, then I can submit the timesheet for the approver to review and approve this timesheet for me. After click to submit for approver, I can select the periods, choose the approver, and then I review one more time my hour, time spent, and then click submit. Because this timesheet I already submit before, and then I request to record to edit the timesheet, and right now I resubmit this one. In the first time it will have the button submit, but this is the resubmit time for myself, so I will click to resubmit. Then you can see the status will change to waiting for approval. Then I can manage all my timesheets by go to my timesheets here. Then all of the list of the timesheets will display here. I can have the conversation with the approver on this. If you are the approver or the team leader who receives the timesheets approval, you can go to the timesheets approver, this one. You can check and have a conversation with your team members. Then click to the timesheets to see the overview. Then if you approve or reject all, you can do it easily. Then you can export it to the Excel file to compare it with the working capacity or planned hour that you already planned for your team. It's very helpful, right? And in the future, we will implement the feature called the dashboard and the report. It will help you to have more comprehensive view of the working capacity hour compared with the scheduling hour and the time spent for the task. I think it's very helpful for your team, and this feature will release soon. All right, now we get back to the Teamboard. I just showed you all the features of the Teamboard, which the resource planning, the workload management, the calendar view, and the time tracking features. Then we have more advanced feature in the board setting that may suitable with your team, that you can choose the setting, choose the work, and we have the work hour format, that the hour is total hours for the item or the hour per day. If your team want to manage the total hours of the task and want distribution it per person, you can use this one and enable the per person work distribution. Is very helpful for your team. And we have the daily work capacity manual for all of the members. If you want to manage the working capacity of the member based on the scheme, you need to change it on the board setting first. Then you can create the new scheme on the app setting. I hope that it will helpful for your team when manage the projects. And one more thing that I want to show you in the Teamboard, that if you want to manage multiple projects in the Monday.com with Teamboard, you need to use the dashboard of the Monday.com by click to plus button here, choosing the apps, and I'm sorry, you can click to plus button here and choose the dashboard. Our Teamboard, you can manage the multiple projects on the dashboard of the Monday.com. When you have the dashboard, you can connect it, the boards on the Monday.com. In here, you can choose as much as board that you want to include in the multiple projects. Then click to add widgets here, and choosing the apps, search the Teamboard and click to add the widget. Then the Teamboard will display here with multiple projects for the users in case that your company have a lot of projects and the member working on a lot of tasks in multiple projects. So this features is very helpful for your company, trust me. After you added the widget and added the Teamboard on the dashboard, you need to go to the board setting and setting the mapping field for all of your projects on the dashboard. Go to the board setting here. In here, it will display all the projects that you connected for the dashboard, and you need to mapping field for all of the projects that you connected. After you connected, all the tasks that you're planning on the single board will automatically display on the dashboard like this. And when you move the mouse to the task, you will see the task name belong to the project name. Alright, and after all, Teamboard will help you with the resource planning, manage the task based on the working capacity hour, the holiday calendar scheme, and the scheduling hour, manage the workload, manage the projects with the comprehensive view and the calendar view, and use the time tracking with the timesheet approval workflow, and also manage multiple projects on the dashboard, of course. So thank you for watching this demo. If you have any questions, please send us the email at hello@teamboard.cloud or create a ticket on the support desk. Your feedback is very helpful and important to us. So thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye bye.